Welcome back to the news at 10. Igbodo community in Delta State is noted for the cultivation of cassava, maize, tomatoes, yam and a host of other crops. However, the farmers lament the lack of infrastructure and incentives, which they say is hindering their development. Our community report tonight looks at the problems these farmers have to contend with.
Etisola, now you're talking.
What does a farmer need to run a successful farming operation? Proper tools, machinery, accessible road network, storage and loan facilities. Unfortunately, all these are what the farmers in the Igbodo community in the Kano local government area of Delta State are missing.
If you dry and go broke, put inside.
And they are not happy about it. In an age of technological advancements in agriculture, here they toil with hoes and cutlasses. And when the harvest is ready, the produce are moved either by motorcycle or the much more uncomfortable long trek. Without storage, the farmers are forced to sell off their goods every 4 days to avoid wastage. And that's where the haggle with buyers begin. But this will be a problem easily solved if things were in place.
The challenges started from the farmers because the farmers are not being given loan, they are not being mobilized, there's no accessibility to the farm area, farm settlement, where they can convey their products down to the market, and the product will be affordable.
Regarding two costs, we go buy, we know the fees. Basin of Gary, 9,000, 8,500. It took us. What we buy, we pay transfer, calculate everything. We know the fee sell them. People, they complain.
The Chief Press Secretary to the state government acknowledges the issues and has showed that steps have been taken to ensure farmers are comfortable.
Government in the recent time is trying to, as much as possible, to be part of these progressive steps taken by our people. That they took on their own. At the moment, given the available resources, we are trying to, as much as possible, to provide motorable access routes to these farms so that when they produce, they are able to evacuate their farm produce to nearby markets.
The farmers have been groaning under this condition for many years, and it is uncertain when there will be a way out, because the promises made to them by the government are as old as the problems they face.
Etisola, now you're talking.
The Lagos State government may have handed a lifeline to the people of Imeke and Ajido communities in Badagry local government area of the state as they face the new year. Governor Kiwumi Ambode recently commissioned a 500-meter-long bridge as part of measures to boost tourism and enhance movement of goods and services in the area.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode and some members of the State Executive Council, as well as community leaders in Badagry, walked through the newly constructed Imeke Ajido Bridge, a major link bridge in Badagry. Behind them is a crowd of jubilant residents. The 500-meter-long bridge is designed with sidewalks on both sides. Before the commissioning, Governor Ambode said the delivery of the project was a promise kept. He also approved the immediate commencement of work on the second phase of the project, which is a 17-kilometer network of roads in the area.
The last time we came here was sometimes in July, at which we said this bridge should be constructed by CCCC. Today we're happy to see that the bridge has been completed and is hereby commissioned for use from this moment onwards, while we believe strongly also next how many months can we do this road?
Our ambition is to finish that.
So we think before the end of June, we should have a very good road to Whistling Palms, which will also assist. It will improve on the tourism potentials of Badagry and then also improve on the economy of this axis.
One of the traditional rulers commended the governor for the completed project.
We are so glad with him. We are so happy with him. We thank him so much. This is the first of its kind in this area. We are so grateful.
The Imeke-Ajido Link Bridge is very strategic. Before now, the people of both communities were subjected to untold hardship trying to reach themselves and other communities in the area. With this road infrastructure in place, the economic relations of affected communities will definitely improve.
Meanwhile, Nigerians living in the United States are optimistic that 2017 will present more opportunities to succeed, even as the country prepares for President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. In this special report, our correspondent in Washington, D.C., Ayotunde Balogun, visited a Nigerian family in Maryland to look at the past year and their expectations for the next 12 months.
2017 is here, and people in the U.S. are already looking forward to a year of fulfillment and possibilities, including Nigerians in the diaspora. So this is Lakeshore Drive in Bowie, Maryland of the United States, and you can see it's pretty much of a quiet suburb, not too far from the capital, Washington, D.C. Now, I'm at the residence of the Akiode family, Nigerians who are already residing here, and I'm going to be going in right about now to find out how the year 2016 has been for the family, and of course, what their expectations are for the year 2017. So come along with me.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Aziza Akiode. Nice to meet you. Ayotunde Balogun from Channels TV. The Akiode family hail from Ondo town in Ondo State, along with other close relatives who also live with them. Both Mr. Akiode and wife, Mrs. Azizat, work in the financial sector in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. And they shared their experience in 2016.
Financially, I made some very wrong decisions in times past, which kind of affected us like the earlier part of 2016. By the end of the first quarter of 2016, everything got better. Like our finances got better. My vision for life, for the future, for my family got clearer to me.
They spoke about the emergence of Republican Mr. Donald Trump as the next U.S. president.
The funny thing about it is, she knows, and a few of my friends knows, I got an offer from, RNC, to come have a meeting with them because I work right there at Capitol Hill. And then, to come work with them and see how, an African can be part of the team. But I like Donald Trump, no doubt, as a businessman. But I wasn't expecting Donald Trump to win.
What are the expectations of the Akinyodes for 2017?
I'm in graduate school now. I will be complete within the first quarter of 2017. So mentally preparing myself for that final semester. As far as the family, just looking forward to some vacations and getting ready to plan that, because that's something that we really did not do for the past few years. So we want to make sure that we get ready.
It's been a remarkable time for the Akinyode family in the United States. And as they look forward to achieving all their set goals in 2017, Nigerians in the diaspora say they are confident of achieving all their set goals in 2017. Ayotunde Balogun, Channels Television News.
Emmanuel Amawa joins us now with the latest headlines in the world of business.
You first. First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The Finance Ministry has approved the reversal of the withholding tax on all aspects of building and construction related activities from 2.5% to 5%. A report on the tax reversal by KPMG today says the approval was given via an official gazette dated November the 23rd, 2016. The new gazette revokes the previous regulation issued by the Goodluck Jonathan administration, which had reduced the withholding tax rate on building and construction to 2.5% from 5%. The effective date of compliance with the revised tax rate was November the 9th, 2016. And Nigerian corporate Eurobonds traded at 12.7% on average in 2016, beating their South African counterparts that traded at an average of 6.1%. A set of analytics of corporate and sovereign Eurobond yields published today by Lagos-based AfriInvest Research has revealed the performance chart shows average yield on African sovereign debt papers in 2016 settling at 5.9%, with Nigeria closing at an average of 6.5%. The chart, which sourced data from Bloomberg, reveals Africa sovereign bonds yielding some 8.2% in January 2016 trended downwards to nearly 4.5% in the year before spiking higher in November through to December. And profit-taking continued at the Nigerian Stock Exchange into a second session this week, pushing the market further into negative territory in the start of the year. Let's join Bisi Adebayo for the rest of the day's trading activities.
Hello there. Nigeria's stock market is down for a second day of trading in the new year as the all-share index fell by 0.46% to 26,495.04 on Wednesday. The sell-off is characterized by declines from the financial services sector as well as some blue-chip industrial giants and muted trading from other bellwether stocks. The price chart saw a total of 7 losers, led in percentage terms by Eternal Oil, the Shaka Cement and GT Bank, while the weak gains were recorded by 11 advances, led by Vitafoam, Livestock Feeds and UAC Property Development Company. Today's trading session churned out a higher volume of 602.04 million shares worth 1.2 billion naira in 2,150 deals. Unity Bank contributed more than half of the day's turnover as it sold over 435.95 million shares, followed by Omoluabi Savings Bank for the second time this week and UBA. That ends the stock market reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
In the meantime, U.S. markets opened broadly higher on strength in the consumer stocks. VOA Channel's TV business correspondent Jill Malandrino, reporting from the Nasdaq market site in New York, has more.
U.S. stocks opened broadly higher this morning as monthly car sales data came in throughout the morning, and minutes from the latest Federal Reserve meeting could help drive trading action, even though we do not expect anything new in the narrative from the Fed. Essentially, trade seems to be in line with what we've seen since the national election back in early November. Again, the Dow just up about 0.1%, flirting with that 20,000 level. So let's take a look at some macro themes today from around the world. First, analysts are looking at a stronger U.S. economy, something we've spoken about before, boosted in part by tax cuts, infrastructure and defense spending, and deregulation will also boost economies and therefore companies across the globe. But this is where it gets interesting. Let's turn to Europe. Beginning with the UK's June vote to leave the European Union, many 2016 and scheduled 2017 elections and referendums across Europe are challenging European economic and political integration. Their outcomes have been muted thus far, but could be more extreme and more negative, depending on the results of elections in France and Germany later this year. Now, the incredible irony is that it is risks to overseas investing that are largely coming from disenchantment from increased globalization. From the Nasdaq market site in New York, I'm Jill Malandrino, and this is VOA Channel's Business TV.
And European markets closed in mixed results today, despite the Eurozone's inflation figures hitting a 3-year high. But Asian markets climbed on forecast of recovery for the global manufacturing sector. Let's see some of the figures. And that's our package on Business News tonight. Very many thanks for the company. I'm Imana Amarachi.
You first. First Bank.
Next on the news at 10, Africa's best in football for the year 2016 set to be honored in Abuja tomorrow at the 12th edition of the prestigious CAF Awards. That's the sports news. Do join us again.